Hey, what's up, guys? Whew, I just watched the Lenroy Thomas Joyce fight. Um, you know, I put a little small money on Lenroy Thomas to win this fight, man. And it was small money for a big payday. And yes, I did lose. Lenroy Thomas got stopped in the second round. But I don't feel bad about it at all, man, because I looked at this fight and I was like, Joyce, this was his fourth fight. He only had 3 fights. He only boxed for 10 rounds, and he was fighting a long time experienced pro. Yes, he had Lenroy Thomas had been stopped I think 3 times in his career, but one stoppage was to a hard hitting Russian, and the other one was to Dominic Brazil. Um, I looked at a little highlight of him against Dave Allen, and I saw this guy was a southpaw, kind of slick guy. I'm like, Joyce, very inexperienced green guy. He, in my opinion, has sloppy footwork, kind of awkward, off balance, all over the place. Throws a bunch of wild amateur punches, and I was like, you know what, this is worth the play, man. And even though Lenroy Thomas lost, man, um, Joyce is a guy that I would be looking at to bet against, man, because the hype is high on this guy. He's a big guy. He's a hard hitting guy apparently. He won a silver medal in the Olympics, all that. But I don't see the second coming, man. As I said, kind of bad footwork, off balance guy. Lots of wild amateurish punches, and Lenroy Thomas, man, he had a chance in this fight and he blew it. He had a strategy of going to the body. That was a brilliant strategy, and I think it was adding up and paying off for him. Hell, I thought he won the first round myself. Even though Joyce was coming back toward the end, he was throwing a lot of punches. I didn't think many of them were necessarily hitting Thomas, but if Lenroy Thomas would have moved more, man, if he would have been more patient, he had a great chance, man, because Joyce was punching himself out, man. He was going for an early stoppage. He wanted a first or second round stoppage, and all Lenroy Thomas had to do was, move. He had great head movement. He ducked out of the way a lot of those shots. Like I said, a slick guy for a heavyweight. A slick southpaw, man. He was ducking a lot of those shots. All he had to do was stay on the bicycle and let Joyce punch himself out. Stay on the ropes a little bit, maybe do a little rope-a-dope. But once he started standing still too much, getting hit flush, that's when it went downhill for the guy, man. And you could hear Kenny Porter screaming, move, and he just was not doing. He probably was hurt, but man, if he could have hung in there a little bit longer, man, Joyce was gonna tire himself out. If he would have survived the second, he may have been pretty tired going to the third, and if not, he definitely would slow down in third or after the third, and then he would have been, a fish out of water, man. This guy has not had many rounds in his career. He has not gone distance in his career as Lenroy Thomas has, man. And the guy, he had a chance, man. That's why they took this fight. I'm pretty sure Kenny Porter was very confident. Experienced guy like Lenroy Thomas, who was slick, southpaw, good defense, and this was a winnable fight for him, man. And he blew it, man. So I don't feel bad about the play. Hell, the way the fight was going, I thought, man, if he just survived, he could expose Joyce, man. If he would have got gassed, it'd have been a big baby there for him to play with there. So yes, I will be watching who Joyce is fighting, and if I see the opportunity to bet against the guy at high odds, because people are playing the guy big time, I will be betting against the guy, man, especially if he's throwing his high volume, trying to get these early knockouts, Still looking kind of sloppy with his punches and his footwork. I'm gonna bet against this guy, man. So that's it, guys. I want to come on and comment about that real quick. I'm watching this fight card on AWE in the States. Thank goodness they're showing it. Yeah, I will be back after the main event. Bellew Hay. And by the way, the opening graphics for the fight, they still had Hay Bellew with his old haircut, his old hairstyle. So you telling me Sky did not update the graphics for this fight? Bellew v Hay with the cornrows. Bad job, Sky. So that's it, guys. I will be back later on, and I'll check in with you guys soon, man. Thanks for watching.